Who would have thought that Meghan Markle, once hailed as a symbol of modernizing the British monarchy, would now become the subject of public ridicule over a string of spectacular flops? Why does everything she touches seem to fall apart? From a Netflix series that barely made a ripple to homemade jam that nobody seems to want, the world is left wondering, what's really going on with Meghan? When did Meghan start to lose direction in her career journey? The turning point may have been her much-publicized deal with Netflix, which she now claims she was forced into. How can someone proudly promote a project, only to turn on it once it flops? This reversal has left many questioning her consistency and her honesty. Where's the logic in Meghan's claim that Netflix got the idea for a series after seeing her 16 jars of jam? Who would imagine that homemade preserves could serve as the premise for a global streaming show? Yet that's the tale. According to Meghan, even jam can inspire great television. What's the reason Meghan is now distancing herself from the brand name she once championed, American Riviera Orchard? Why disown the name she trademarked and associated with an aspirational lifestyle? The public is left puzzled once again. Is this a calculated pivot or just another PR spin? Who remembers Meghan's podcast, once marketed as a platform to empower women, but in reality sounded more like a self-absorbed monologue? Why did guests appear to sit silently while Meghan spoke endlessly about herself? Was it truly an inspiring project or merely another attempt to stay in the spotlight? How could a multi-million-pound deal with Spotify end in abrupt termination? When Spotify stated that the podcast didn't meet expectations, people asked, who's really to blame here, the platform or the Duchess? And what happened to the promised groundbreaking content? When was the last time Meghan succeeded in a project without controversy? Her £22 per jar honey venture, launched without any evidence she's ever seen a beehive, raised eyebrows. Who's actually buying it, and why would they pay so much? Is it genuinely high-end, or just another product riding on royal name recognition? Where did Meghan get the idea that sprinkling edible flowers on scrambled eggs would be the next big culinary trend? Why turn something as ordinary as breakfast into a branded moment? The internet couldn't decide whether to laugh or cringe. Is this branding genius? Or just self-parody? What is Meghan truly chasing with all these ventures? Fame, recognition, or just attention? As every project seems to fizzle out, people are left asking, why does Meghan insist on staying center stage? Who is she really trying to convince, the public or herself? Who still believes that Meghan symbolizes resilience, when what we see instead is a pattern of repeated failure, each one rebranded as a noble struggle? Why does every misstep become someone else's fault? A system, a studio, a misunderstanding? How does Meghan continue to stay relevant, even as her ventures fade into obscurity? The answer lies in her ability to spin every downfall into a story. Whether it's personal hardship or deep reflections on jam and honey, she always finds a way to turn it into a quotable moment. Why do people still pay attention to Meghan, even if it's just to witness the next disaster? Because in today's drama-hungry world, Meghan Markle has become a symbol of failure wrapped in relentless confidence. And that's the great irony: the more she flounders, the bigger her legend becomes.